grow with a backbone, sure. Belly been taking it.
Today, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Walker to start the drive. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 18 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Locke finding Fant for the Seahawk first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Locke throwing on target to Fant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw it is Locke. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now this one thrown away. Will we see a flag? No. Let's say there was a receiver nearby. Pretty generous call, but either way, it's fourth down. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Escaping the pressure right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to get this up to midfield. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From midfield, here's Lance. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Lance now on first down. Flushed out right. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. The 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Play action, now it's Lance. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, here's Mitchell. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. And now they'll throw with Lance. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. To the right side, this is Walker. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Locke now to throw. He completes this to Walker. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive line.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Niners. 56 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Lance again. Buying time to his left. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Locke's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From midfield, here's Locke. And his throw here's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Again, it's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. They fake the handoff. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Trying the right side with Mitchell. Room here to run. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Throwing on first down is Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll wind up getting this to the 32, a play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke, and Walker has it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Walker.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, 29 yards. And the Niners get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's second down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Block going to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. A Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Locke to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Locke. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Zerline's kick is up and through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down and 4. Lance flushed out right. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now Locke and the Seahawks down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Here's Locke. He finds his man complete. That's Walker. And he goes out right around the 39. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Locke to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Now Locke.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed in a tight game. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That time a 9-play drive.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Lance looking to throw.
And 7-yard line. The catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. So the victory here for San Francisco.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Niners,